my name is Jay Chatfield, and welcome to my YouTube page. And it is called Loving Myself to Life. And this page is a safe space or environment. Hopefully, it could be safe. I don't know. Some people kind of like to crawl in and get all up in your, mind. But we're going to be talking about that too because I've learned a couple of things and I'm still learning. And, just about the whole mind control emotions type of thing. Just controlling your emotions in situations. So, this is Loving Yourself to Life. And basically, I want to talk about ways of loving yourself to life, my journey to it, different little things that go on throughout the day, maybe some. I'm not really a person that's like a helpful tip kind of, because I don't know everything, right? I can't pretend like I do. Sometimes I do, and my kids call me out on it. I do have 3 kids, and I do homeschool. So I'll be talking about all of that on this channel, but mainly how my well being is doing. I know we have kids and we're doing, and husbands. I am married, been married for 16 years, and we're here as a support system, a helpmeet, or whatever you want to call it. But we get lost in the shuffle of things. We get really lost in the little, and I'm very animated, by the way. I don't call it a weird thing, it's a me thing. I love me, and me likes to function this way, so straighten my eyebrows. They need to be done. We will just get through all of my hand stuff and things like that. So, I have a podcast, and it is called Loving Myself to Life. It is the things that I think of daily and the things that I do daily in order to love myself to life, and then I share them with other people because some people just don't realize, because I didn't, just don't realize that if you're not loving you, you're not loving anything else or anybody else. You think you are, but you have no idea, because I did. My kids are, right at this moment, at this day, today is January the 3rd, 2020. My kids are 5, 8, and 10. Oldest is a girl, the other 2 are boys. And I mentioned I homeschool, but I didn't like it, and I still struggle with it. But I have learned some things along the way and have observed some things. I even work for the school board as a crossing guard. All I do is walk outside the door and collect a check. And I thought that was an easy way just to bring in some, I would call it passive income, because I'm either just standing or sitting there. But, that's for another video. And hopefully these videos will get better and better. This is my first one, so you'll see my little backdrop up here. And I have on my little work shirt. I do work from home. And we'll talk about all 7 of my jobs and income. But like I say, those are things that we will talk about. This is just my welcome video. And I'm also a writer. I've been a ghost writer. My background is in medical billing and coding. I used to be an instructor in one of those 4-year colleges. I used to do that. I used to do a whole lot of stuff. We'll talk about my 12 jobs in 1 year too. I got a lot of things to share on that one. But I just wanted to have a place where we kind of talk about the things that we're loving ourselves to life and we're doing, or I'm doing, until people want to come in and follow. Maybe I can get their little picture like right up here, and we kind of go back and forth and we talk. I actually do 2 podcasts. Black Mom Diaries is another one that I do too. I actually do that with a fellow mom, and we are total opposites when it comes to our lives. But I'll let her be the one to kind of introduce herself, and I'll talk about it, but not so much. So I do do a lot, and we'll talk about how I balance it all. You'll meet the most unorganized, organized person, disciplined, undisciplined person you've ever met, because that's how I am, and that's me, and I love it. And I've learned that you don't have to be how everyone else is. I spent so much of my time trying to have a marriage like someone else, trying to run my homeschool like someone else, trying to run my home, trying to drive my car like someone else, trying to eat my food like someone else, try to be so correct in public, but then the public still look at you crazy and still judge you and still have something bad to say. But I didn't find out the true meaning of living until I discovered myself. And when I discovered myself, I started to know and love myself. And because I do that, it really doesn't bother me that other people do things another way. That doesn't bother me, or what? It actually doesn't bother me if you think I do things a different way, or whatever you call a wrong way, because everybody has their way of doing things. But it wasn't until I threw out that chatter and kind of got out of a lot of mom groups, because I didn't really fit. And I tried. I went. But there was some other issues in that everybody wasn't as free as I am. Everyone didn't want to talk as much as I did. And I'm the kind of person where if you say we're going to sit down and have a ladies' night, something is on my mind. Why can't we talk about it? And if it's annoying, then we don't need to have ladies' night and talk about what's on everybody's mind. I believe everybody needs attention. And if somebody wants to talk about their child's poo, we should be, yes. Your child's poo was brown? Did it, because it's what's important to that person. And if that's what they're obsessed with, if you like them, you like them. If you love it, whatever. Just leave it alone. So, I know, I don't want to rant too much on these, and I want to keep these videos pretty short. But I do have a lot to say and a lot to talk about. I'm not really a YouTube like how to fix, how they have those beautiful titles. Like I said, it probably will evolve with the things that I've got going on and the level of how I want it to look. But this is a start. Also, just start. Just start doing whatever you want to do in an amazing way. Don't worry about if someone's going to look at it. Just you do you, and love you doing it. So as I say on my podcast, at the end of every podcast, I always say, do something for you that you and only you will love. If that's going to go eat a bowl of maple brown sugar oatmeal, that's pretty specific, because that's what I want right now, then go do it. But do something for you that only you will love. Today I'm going to go work out. Then I'm going to write some more of my books. I'm going to read a little bit more. I'm going to take a nap, because naps are life. And if you haven't gotten about that life, man, let me tell you, you're missing it. Naps is about that life. Especially when you're a mom that gets up at sometimes 3 o'clock in the morning. Today I didn't. It was actually 5:15. Maybe 5:16, because I didn't have to teach my first class until 5:30. But again, welcome to the page. I know you heard maybe hear my husband's a firefighter. Why is our fire alarm thing beeping? I asked him. You're my witness. Okay, it comes up in my podcast too. Stop it. Anyway, this is very annoying. That's between me and him, not you and I and everybody else. But he's a firefighter. That thing should have been fixed. Like when it said beep, he should have caught it right there. Beep. Right then and there. Again, this is This is Jay Chatfield. Thank you guys for joining the first podcast. Oh boy, not podcast. The first YouTube video ever. I don't even know how to edit. So everything, wherever I say, it's going to be in there. Like I said, maybe I'll get better at it. I think I will. But thank you for joining the first ever Loving Yourself to Life podcast. Do something for you that only you will love. Have a blessed day.